Hello, this is Mr. Bacon Bits, and welcome to another side quests video for Xenoblade Definitive Edition. This one is for Satorl Marsh. You know the gist. I'll show the list ordered the way the game does, and then list them by availability. Starting off. At the Nopon Merchant Camp, talk to the generic Nopon Merchant for a series of monster quests. Monster Quest 1 requires defeating 2 detox brogs nearby.
You don't need to tell me.
Monster Quest 2 requires defeating 3 Kappa's Quadwings, which are found on top of the trees during the day. The ones during the night are the wrong ones and too high-leveled anyway.
Great shot! Charlotte is cool!
Monster Quest 3 requires defeating 2 Mist Rogals during the day.
Just a little more. Keep it up, everyone.
Finishing one hit smack pow!
Finally, Monster Quest 4 requires defeating 1 Officer Wolf. It's day only, the area between Barren Moor and Dark Swamp.
Let's sort this out nice and quick.
Your days are numbered! You
don't need to tell me.
The named Nopon next to him, Bakoko, has a quest. You need to rescue Kacha, who's been kidnapped by Ignas, which are humanoid lizard monsters. Charla has a unique comment for this. They took him to their own stronghold, Exile Fortress, over here. Now there's 2 ways to raid the fortress. You can figuratively knock on the front door and face off against the level 31 unique monster, Reckless Godwin, guarding the place with his soldiers, or you can take the rear entrance by finding a key. It's found in the lower area along the west side of the fortress. It doesn't really matter how you approach it, doesn't affect anything in terms of rewards or future quests, but Bakoko does recommend taking the rear entrance, so yeah. The path to the rear entrance is on the fortress's east side. Once you rescue her, return to Bakoko to finish the quest. Wait, is Kacha a he or a her? The game seems to be confused about that. After that quest, Bakoko has another quest for you. He wants a bunch of materials in order to make a camp here, and since he's getting old, it's up to us. Charla has a unique comment. The materials are 4 glowing Upa seeds from Acid Upas, 3 fancy wolf hides from wolves, 4 feather leaves, and 3 wool rocks. Once you get them all, give them to Bakoko to clear the quest. Since that's quite a lot, why not take on this next quest too? After rescuing Kacha, she has a quest for you to do. That information the Ignas got from her is about an ancient treasure from the Giants, and she wants you to follow them and beat them to the punch. Sounds like a plan. The treasure is up on the plateau above the Dark Swamp that's near Exile Fortress. Just take the path that's on the northwest side of and below the fortress, and defeat the 5 deluded Ignas. Once done, dig up the treasure. It'll open up the giant door at the back of Exile Fortress. So the fortress wasn't built by Ignas, they just repurposed a giant's fortress. Should have figured. So what's behind the door? Well, a way to the roof where a mysterious altar is. Investigate it, and then talk to Kacha to clear the quest. We need to place some sort of offering on it.
No mercy!
Okay, let's sort this out nice and quickly.
Ricky White will band smack this time! Eat this! Steel strike! Oh, behave!
Now we're working as one.
This is the power of Opa!
Fantastic.
Ricky do better than anyone!
After clearing that last quest, Kacha has yet another quest for you. She'll tell you what is needed to put on that altar you found. It's the Giant's Mirror at Daksha Shrine on Byanna's Leg. Shulk has a unique comment on this. To reach that area, just head northeast from Viliera Hill. Once you get there, steel yourself for a sudden giant spider to show up. It's a level 32 Clifftop Bayern. It's got an easily beatable talent art, but other than that, just be careful. Once gotten, just head back to that altar and place it. You get a key item called the Daring of the Giants. This will come into importance later. But for now, you'll get ambushed by some enemies. If you can fight or escape, do so and talk to Kacha again to clear the quest.
Right! Let's do this!
Don't let a single one escape.
Don't hold back! Gale Slash!
Now!
Electric Dash! Okay, guys. Now we're putting together. Focus on this moment, Shulk! Ha!
Now!
The time is now! Gale Slash!
North of the glowing obelisk landmark is a cave called Nappan Refuge. Inside is a dead Nappan? No, he's alive. He's dying of starvation, though. You need to collect 2 twin Flammy eggs from Flammies and 5 lemon stones. Then give them to him to clear the quest. Charla has a unique comment for this. If you're having trouble finding lemon stones, you can get them from Kacha by trading. Zazadan has another quest for you. All you need to do is beat the monsters that injured him before and trapped him up here in the first place. 8 Ogre Bunyas is all you need, then return to him to clear the quest. These things really gave him a problem? After the previous quest, Zazadan has yet another one. This time, defeat the unique monster Sunlight Shvake close to the silent obelisk, then return to Zazadan to clear the quest. Dunban has a unique comment for this, but if you don't know what you're looking for, it's one of those flying Rogals. Hopefully you didn't defeat it before doing this quest, otherwise you'd have to wait for respawn chances. Zazadan has yet another one since he's still not feeling well, supposedly. He wants you to get some Nappan potion at Laka Swamp. Just go south from the Nappan merchant camp and go through that path you see on the map there. It's through a tiny little cave. Just retrieve the potion and give it to Zazadan to clear this quest. But you're still not done with him. Zazadan has yet one more quest. He asks you about the red pollen orb, then gives you one to dip into the shining pond. If you don't know where that is, it's the secret area above the dark swamp. Dunban has a unique comment about this. Just cross the swamp and go up the pathway there to the pond and dip it in. Food came out? Alright. What kind of ether magic is this? Let's bring it back to Zazadan to finish the quest. Finally, Zazadan has one more quest, but you won't be able to finish it until you access Frontier Village. Go ahead and accept it anyway. He wants to send that Highmore caviar you just gave him from the Pollen Orb over to a Nappan named Dedeba at Frontier Village. Yeah, that's it. Charla has a unique comment for this quest. Make sure to do this before the Mechonis Core events, otherwise it will expire. After reaching Alchemoth and Aerith Sea and accepting Advisor Hunt in Frontier Village, talking to Zazadan during the quest will get this to appear. You'll need to interrogate Zazadan and find out what he knows about the Pollen Orb scheme. These are the correct questions you'll need to ask him. If you ask the wrong ones, the interrogation starts over. After that, this quest is done. After the Mechonis Core story event, some new quests open up here. This one is from a High Antia refugee that evacuated over here, and is over by the Satorl statues. He says he came across a terrifying beast in the fog, and managed to get away from before it saw him, so we have to kill it. It's Veteran Yazel southeast of Barren Moor, only during a foggy night. This may prove a bit difficult, as it's guarded by three green Ferrises alongside him. You may want to wait a bit unless you're at a high enough level. Anyway, once the monster's killed, talk to the refugee to clear it. Rozio's also a High Entia refugee. She has a few quests for you, starting with For a Friend. Her friend turned into a Telethia before her very eyes, but didn't attack her, and now she's wanting to know where he is. You'll need to talk to other people to figure out where they might have seen him. So first, talk to Scarlin here at the marsh. Unless you cleared the quest already, he's found at the Oath Sanctuary. Otherwise, he's close by here only at night. Next is Kalika. He's at Frontier Village and can be found near Napon Tower at the ground floor during night. Finally, Ateo, who's also in Frontier Village. He's at the bottom floor near the escape pod during the day before 15. Once you talk to them all, return to Rozio to clear the quest. Her next quest involves putting Galvin out of his misery. From the information gathered last time, we've learned he's at the Imperial Palace in Alchemoth, in Revelation Hall. You'll need to use the teleporter at the end of the audience chamber to reach that area, but at this point in time the teleporters are offline. You'll need to go to Frontier Village and do some quests regarding Alchemoth in order to get the teleporters working again. Once you've done so, you're free to go defeat him. After doing that, report back to Rozio.
No mercy! Don't get careless, guys! Worldly! Ha! Slit it! I'll cut you all to shreds! We can definitely do this! Such over-exuberance! Watch yourself, Ricky.
Monster!
Electric Dustbuster! Victory is ours!
Not bad! Not bad!
Piece of cake!
After clearing the previous quest, Rozio has another for you.
Hey!
There are other Imperial officers that turned into Telethia that she wants you to take care of. The Telethia you need to look for are Lucro at the Great Hall, Galdo at the Imperial Villa, Kaelin at the Sky Terrace, and Donis at the Audience Chamber. Their stats really aren't too different from any of the other Telethia, aside from a bunch more health, so do what you do best. Once you've gotten the armor shards from them, return to Rozio to clear the quest.
This represents no problem whatsoever. This should be easy.
Don't get careless, guys!
Summon shifted into second gear.
Air slash!
Manifest one yourself. After another. 1, 2, 3. Rather advantageous position. Drain!
Split edge!
Roaring thunder! This represents no problem whatsoever.
Don't get careless, guys!
This should be easy. Shifted into second to the power. 1, 2, cross impact. The ether is flowing through me. Roaring thunder! To defeat anyone.
Go get him, Fiora! Fiora! Glad you're around.
This victory is sweetest when you can share it. This represents no problem whatsoever.
Don't get careless, guys!
This should be easy. Succumb to the power of the earth. Second gear. Manifest yourself. 1, 2, cross impact. Building within me.
We can definitely do...
Everyone, stay on your guard. Good luck, everyone.
I'm ready!
Succumb to the power of earth.
Air slash!
Poison shifted into second ether is flowing through me. I feel like I could beat anyone.
Go get him, Fiora!
First air shock. Excellent attack. I want to try too.
Everyone, let's go!
This last one is gotten from Scarlan at the Oath Sanctuary. He's reminded of the Imperial ceremony and says that if you get 4 of the Radiants scattered around the world and stand in a certain spot, you'll be given something special. Sounds like fun. So where are these Radiants? Well, first, for the Mist Radiant, go to the Basin Cave in this area. It's west of Satorl statues. Now for the Ocean Radiant. It's at the Central Seal Island in Aerith Sea. The Imperial Radiant is in the Ceremony Hall at the High Entia Tomb. Finally, the Snow Radiant is at the Sealed Tower at Valak Mountain. Once you've got them all, offer them to the engravings of the Satorl statues. Once they are, a new monster will be summoned, Radiant Teryx. You might want to put some spike resistance gems on, as he has a counterbind spike, preventing you from moving, but you can still do attacks. So maybe it's not really too useful. For defeating the monster, you get the High Entia Emblem. This key item can let you open certain High Entia doors throughout the world. As part of this quest, I'll point out where you can find them. The first door is at the Satorl statues. Take the lift, and when the giant emblem of the High Entia comes into view, jump off. In the chamber, you'll get Days +5 and a Grace Cap unique armor. There's 2 at Aerith Sea. This first one is at Cromar Coast across the bridge. Get some sleep resist gems on for the Stormy Belagon unique monster. Once you reach the chamber, you can find Argos gear, combatant boots, and back attack +5. The other Aerith Sea location is at Hode Refuge. It's behind some Orluga. This one will give you Topple +5, Shade Glasses, and Argos Gauntlets. Next up, a couple doors in the High Entia Tomb. First one is the Imperial Treasury. It can be found at the lower level of Tower of Trials.
How much longer I can
The chamber contains Debuff Resist 6,
give up.
Grace Shoes, and Grace Gloves. The other is the Telethia Laboratory, which is behind the back wall of the ceremony hall. Getting the treasure here is part of the Secret Research Aerith Sea quest, so check that one for details. The final one is at La Luz Church in Valak Mountain. It'll unlock a long corridor leading to a heart-to-heart. And that's pretty much it.
Through me. Return to chaos. Prepare yourself. Blind
And that's the end of the Satorl Marsh Quests video. This has been Mr. Bacon Bits. Stay safe, happy, and healthy, and I will see you again in the next video. Goodbye.
Manifest yourself.